Hello and greetings. We are from Wamadevan's group. Our group consists of Wamadevan, Sritaran, Navindiran, Deerthanan, and Rohan. Our chosen topic for assignment 2 is the piezoelectric footpath sensor. We have outlined our strategy through a business model canvas, which has 9 parts. The summary of the business model canvas will also be uploaded onto OneNote. Key partners are the relationships that the business has with other businesses, governmental or non-consumer entities that can help our business model work. This can be relationships that our company has with our suppliers, our manufacturers, and business partners. The three most primary key partners are the manufacturers of the piezoelectric cell, the manufacturer of the basic plastic and rubber parts needed to encase the sensor, as well as the manufacturer that produces the IC processor for our tile. Without these three main players, assembly of the product will be irrelevant. The secondary key partners that we identified are small and large business owners, more specifically, businesses that deal in electronics. This provides an extra avenue for our company to advertise the product. As the title suggests, these are the most important tasks a company must carry out in order to fulfill its business purpose. To be successful, a company must carry out the actions that are primarily dictated by its business model. Key activities are similar to key resources in the sense that it is pivotal in an organization fulfilling its value proposition, reaching its customer segments, sustaining its long-term customer relationships, and ultimately creating long-term revenue streams. The main key activity is the design. The efficiency of piezoelectric footpath tile is a function of design, where changes made to the design of the product will affect its efficiency in collecting energy from a single footstep. Secondly, assembly is important as well, as it will define the product in terms of quality. A well put together product is important to ensure reliability. Thirdly, research and development is a key activity that is related to design. This is because R&D is needed to improve upon an existing design. The final two activities are marketing and advertising, which may sound similar but are actually different in terms of its precedence. Marketing is the first step, where the customer segments have to be researched and a decision regarding pricing and packages has to be made for each segment. At this point, on and offline advertising can be implemented.
Key resources is the building block describing the most important assets needed to make a business model work. Every business model requires them, and it is only through them that companies generate value propositions and revenues. Key resources can be physical, financial, intellectual, or human. For piezoelectric footpath tile, the piezoelectric sensors are the primary resource, as the sensor is the component that senses the foot impact on the tile and harnesses energy from it. It is the main working component of the product, and without it, functions are eliminated as well as the value of it. Besides electrical functionality, the physical tile design is a vital resource in making sure it provides enough space to attach the piezo and to consider and fit in customers' requirements of given flooring of pavement dimensions. A lattice structure can facilitate the creation of an idiocracy where anyone in the organization can contribute ideas regardless of position and how long they've been with the company. Employees have greater freedom to cross-train and learn different aspects of the business and expand their knowledge, skills, and expertise by not being restricted to one specific functional area.
Value proposition provides a unique combination of products and services which provide value to the customer by resulting in the solution of a problem the customer is facing. This is the point of intersection between the product you make and the reason behind the customer's impulse to buy it. A product can have a single value proposition or multiple value propositions. Most startups fail to define their value proposition before they launch their products. This is because entrepreneurs tend to give too much credence to the idea they have and run with it, as opposed to exploring how this idea would actually perform in the market. In our product, the piezoelectric footpath tile, we do not sacrifice certain values to make way for others. Instead, we have a well-rounded value proposition. Among them are the design, cost reduction, accessibility, customization, and customer service.
Customer relationships describes the type of relationship a company establishes with its specific customer sections. Customer relationships are driven by customer acquisition, customer retention, and boosting sales. In other words, you need to get, keep, and grow your customer relationships. Customer relationship is best seen in customer services as it's the place where most interactions occur, from customers giving positive feedback about the product to the ones lodging complaint about product's functional failure. Self-service may have limited interaction since it only involves one party, but in-store demonstrations develops a better communication and trust as customers get to see the working process of the product live, followed by a Q&A session. Social media approach looks to be the most preferred way as customers look into reviews and ratings from others and also contact customer service by chatting with them. Online stores have been grossing a lot and this proves why.
This building block defines how an organization communicates with and provides value to its chosen customer segment. Channels are the touch points through which an organization liaises with its customers and as such plays a huge role in defining the customer experience. Channels can be categorized as marketing, sales, or distribution channels. Channels and customer relationships are directly linked to the how of a company linking with its target customer segment. Most companies have a different medium to attract a customer and separate strategies on how to retain them. It is advisable to list separate channels for different customer segments if your organization is targeting more than one. For our product, the main channel is our website. The website contains an explanation of the piezoelectric technology, a pricing list, reviews from current users, and most importantly, the contact details of a sales rep. On the website, a section is made solely for customer feedback. This is an avenue for us as a company to tap into the problems faced by the users. It also serves as an avenue to understand the strengths of our product. As for the delivery of our products to our consumer, we have found it essential to have our own logistics arm of the company. The logistics sides of the company mainly handles the delivery and installation of the product. Lastly, store sales are also important. This is because some consumers may require a live demo of the product rather than looking at an online brochure.
Customer segments are the community of customers or businesses that you are aiming to sell your product or services to. Government agencies are our go-to customers as securing a sale with them will not only look into profit but also provide massive advertisements and business development throughout the country. Service providers are a great target to sell our product as having dealings with them will step up our business status and be even more recognizable. Other small and large businesses will turn out to be a hit too if we collaborate with them as it boosts marketing scopes. Not forgetting factories and manufacturing plants, they would definitely be good customers as they can save cost and energy by getting these tiles and using them during working hours and operations.
The cost structure represents all the costs that our business can or will incur if it opts for a particular business model. 90% of new businesses fail in the first 3 years because they fail to understand their costs or what it would take to create the goods and services that they have promised in their value propositions. Our cost structure is made up of multiple points. Firstly, it is the assembly and sales of the piezoelectric tiles. From a company expenditure point of view, this will be a large part next to the salaries needed for staff. Our company has decided to make the product value-driven. While prices may be slightly higher than our competitor, the extra money is redistributed into research and development. This is so that the continuous improvement of the product is not limited by model. Moreover, a fixed payment structure for labor is implemented. This is to ensure that workers are correctly compensated for the daily work they put in, including overtime. For our corporate offices, subscriptions to cloud services are required. This is important for security as well as reducing the risk of halted production if computer systems in the company fail. Lastly, advertising takes up a big part of the cost structure as it involves numerous methods of on and offline production. This building block elaborates the earnings a business gets by subtracting the costs from the revenue generated from each customer segment. Where customers are generally considered the heart of the business, revenues are automatically linked to the arteries. Organizations must evaluate the worth of the value they provide to each customer segment. An accurate evaluation of this worth will result in multiple revenue streams being gained from one single customer segment. Our revenue streams consist of two main parts. The first being the sales of the piezoelectric tiles to consumers. Secondly, it is the payment required for the subscription fees. This payment is important as it is the only way the user can receive maintenance of their product.
Starting a business doesn't happen with just by snapping our fingers. It comes from developing the product for it to be available on the market till building a managing team to run the company and more. This is where the application of management steps in. The stages include planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. As for our business idea, it does not run away from these steps too. Let's move to the first step, which is planning. The process begins with brainstorming and coming up with the vision and mission of business. The mission for this idea is to capture energy from footsteps and redistribute them to wherever they are needed. Since the energy collected can be used for things like lighting up street lights and for many other purposes, the mission will remain relevant in the long run. The vision is said to be an addition in the category of renewable energy resources. As of the upcoming years, depletion of non-renewable energy is expected. Goals and objectives of the piezoelectric footpath tile covers proper functionality, sustainability, design and marketing. It is basically a narrowed scope of the mission to work on. Coming up with the best elements are essential as strategy is key to business success. Upon planning the aim of the startup, we move to the next step, which is to organize the business. When we say organize, we mean building a team or a group of people to work on the goals and objectives. Based on this idea, human resource, maintenance, and customer service are necessary departments to be formed. This is where we face cultural differences and therefore leading to varying working culture and ethics. Next comes leading, where leaders are recruited and assigned to filter vision and mission, distribute tasks to their team, and lead them along the way. These leaders, also known as managers, have multiple positions in the management position line, like frontline managers and middle managers, which compromises scopes of direct dealing with the board members, decision making, task delivery through communication like meetings, and more. All of these are applicable to piezoelectric footpath tile as the company's priority is to fulfill customers' requests and solve any issues. One's business is not considered successful when there are 50 employees working but business performance is low. Productivity is equally important as to profit. Therefore, Key Performance Index (KPI) is best implemented to maintain the performance of the employees. We would not agree to any lack of commitment and work done from any of the departments, as one tiny issue may cause a huge blunder to the whole business. Human Resource Department plays the main role here in supervising the KPI of each employee monthly to make sure the smooth flow in work done, leading to progress in business. In conclusion, we have covered the business model canvas and the planning, organizing, leading and controlling process for the piezoelectric footpath tile business idea. Thank you.